Welcome to Wednesday. So, I'm starting on Forex Factory today because we've had news at 8:30, which didn't do much to the market. 8:30 candle, yeah, it did nothing. So, that's fine. Pass that away. Got news at 10:30, which won't do much at all. It's again just an orange folder, won't do much. And then PM session. We have got the Fed's funds rate decision. That's if interest rates will stay the same, go up, go down. It's likely to go down. It's going to be a rate cut, go down. If I use my A-level economics knowledge here, decreased interest rates means from a theoretical standpoint, it will increase consumption and people are less likely to save. It will also increase investment because loans are cheaper. So we could see some big moves up today from funds rate cuts. That's using my fundamental macroeconomic knowledge that I did for 2 years at school. So there's that could happen. We've also got the economic projections and the press conference as well. So that means, I mean, that is well into market open. And I trade the first hour and a half market open really. Anyway, I think hour and a half. Yeah, first hour and a half market open anyway. So it doesn't really affect us, but it could mean price is just going to go sideways until that time. So that means that I am de-risking today. I am not wanting to risk any more than 0.5%, which is $250 again. Ideally, I want to risk just 0.25%, which is $125. If an absolutely banging setup comes, I'm not risking any more than 0.5% today, and that is why I am on micro ES and micro NQ. Because normally I'm on ES and NQ. No, I'm on ES and micro NQ, but I don't want to risk having too big of a stop on ES today, so I'm on micro ES. One tick is worth $1.25 instead of $12.50. So to work out my risk, it's just going to be my stop loss size. So here it would be 48. It'd be 48 times $1.25. Which is 60, then say I want 3 contracts, that's $180. So that's what I will be doing today. Going to be nice and conservative, practice my defensive habits, only wait for the absolute best setup. Because you've got to be, in trading, you've got to be offensive, you've got to be defensive. You need to know when the right conditions are to put size on, to take the trade, and to go heavier. And you also need to learn to be patient, de-risk, because the conditions aren't probable and aren't in your favour. So I am going to be de-risking. If a trade setup even comes, I'm going to be really hesitant, really patient, and just wait for that full picture, the full trade setup to be drawn out. No risking it, no winging it, just going to wait for the full setup, wait for that final confirmation to go in long or short, whatever happens. So that being said, getting into our pre-market analysis, we've got 4-hour lows down here, move down, move up, 4-hour low, and also 4-hour low down here. And I also marked out the hourly low there, the 4-hour low, and another hourly low there. Let me just add that on. Oh, yep, there we go. So, yep, on NQ, same thing. We've got 4-hour low, move down, move up, 4-hour low, move down, move up. Then hourly lows here and here. And then I've also marked out the top of this imbalance with this blue line. I don't want to leave a fat rectangle here because I'm going to be trading within a rectangle all day. So blue line marks the top of that one out of the value gap right there. I'm not really going to use it just as like a mental note. Right, we've filled it all the way now. What could happen if we close above it on the hourly? Then right, we've invalidated it. That's just for reference. And then we've also got on the higher side, we've got these 1-hour highs here. Yeah, there's 1-hour highs on ES and on NQ. We've got These 1 hour highs, they're not really 1 hour highs, but it is a high. Yep, and then we've got 15-minute highs too. There and 15-minute highs there. So, what am I looking for going into market open? We haven't got any imbalances at all. We have got a nice 15-minute imbalance here though, which has already been filled before. So that could play a role. We'll just see. Same on ES, that 15-minute imbalance could be a role, but we'll see. What I'm looking for really is probably moves down. Or if we get moves down, taking out these 1 hour and 4 hour draws, and then a 5-minute retrace, and then moves higher. Or if we get legs up, taking out these 15-minute highs. We have swept out these highs on ES just about, and NQ is also taking out those highs as making that high though. So we'll see what happens. If these candles close bearish, we'll make a 15-minute SMT pre-market, but I won't give much value to that, to be honest. Because you can see we've got a high, move down, up, then a move down, a high, move up, then a move down if that closes. And then on ES, we've got move up, move down, and then a lower high if that closes bearish as well. But we'll see what happens. Or again, as I said, we get moves up, we take out or fill this hourly imbalance all the way, then get moves down. Then I'd look for shorts. Or if we invalidate it, then I wouldn't really know what I'd be looking for. Maybe a takeout of liquidity that gets formed here after the market open and then moves higher. I'm not really sure. Or we just get legs up to these highs up here, then we wait for that retrace and moves down. So whatever happens, we will react accordingly. Most likely, I will not be taking a trade because it's just not the conditions to be trading. If we just remind ourselves of the lessons from yesterday, place your stop in the right place, more conviction in setup. Keep checking both indices and the loss on Monday. Wait for them to do the same thing. Treat them the same. Don't get FOMO. Patience is the key. And we can remind ourselves of the piece of paper. That thing in the mirror you can see. Above my desk. Observe and react. Don't spam buttons. Don't over risk. Don't overtrade. I am an observer. Just react to it. No expectations. That leads to emotions. No emotions. No trades. It's still a winning position. One day won't fix it. Just submit to the process. Market gives you opportunity. Efficiency, habits, patience, vision, drive, time. Be aware, zoom out, and remember there's always another trading day. That is why I'm not going to go heavy on risk today, because today is not the last day I can trade. There's always going to be more trading days. So why would I want to trade on a day where this is the news, you know, when there's like other days to trade? So we will see what price gives us upon market open. I'm probably going to go for a shit before we start. 10 minutes till market open. That is my pre-market analysis for the day. I will see you all if I have taken a trade, if I've taken a win, a loss, or haven't traded. See you in a second. What's good? So as you can see, I'll cover this quite quickly because I'm got somewhere to be. So pretty much, it's been Chop City, to be honest. It's been Chop City. So market opened and we got legs down. ES, we'll cover first, came all the way down. Took out these 1 hour lows here, right there, and then also came to these 4 hour lows right there. So those hour lows, those 4 hour lows, and like, right, cool. And then 940 broke structure to the upside on the 1 minute. NQ came down and took out just those hourly lows. It did not, so you see move down and move up. It did not get those 4 hour lows, which are down here. These 4 hour lows. So I drew on my SMT from when this up candle closed at 9:45 because we had those lows, higher lows, and at 9:45 that candle closed. 9:40, sorry, that candle closed, and we had those lows and those lower lows. So That's the SMC. So really, we should have been trading on ES, but look at ES. It just doesn't look very appealing at all, to be honest. So at 9:40, we broke 1 minute structure, and NQ at 9:40 inversed a bearish imbalance. So I treat that as the same. Remember, um, I then draw an equilibrium from this low to this high. This candle wicked into this imbalance, and equilibrium, and I entered off of that, which was it was rushed, which is why I'm marking today as a L with an angry face, because it was rushed. Other days it's L with a happy face with a sad, because I did everything right and still lost. But today I didn't wait for that 5 minute down candle to form. This was black at the time I entered, but I didn't wait for it to close, because if I waited for it to close, this wouldn't have happened this wick. But anyway, we entered off of that candle. We had take profit 1, those highs, and take profit 2, those highs. Nice and simple. Just I risked like $112 right there. And I was happy with the risks. It was what I agreed to. All was fine. Then we got wicked out here. As you can see, that big wick down. And I set my stop at the right place today at the open of the first candle, which is there. Even if I put it at the low and rounded up 120, it wouldn't have worked. I wouldn't have done that. I wouldn't have put it at 130. So stop was at the right place. That candle opened 19672.5, 19672.5. Awesome. Stop in the right place, just got stopped out. All was fine. And then I reevaluated my position, and this was the order block, because this move swept liquidity. Here was the down move before the sweep. Here's the order block. This candle came into the order block. And I re-entered off of that with 1 contract. So I was risking $30, which would have made my risk 0.25 for the day. As you can see, we are down just over that because of commission and stuff. And this was a pretty big move that stopped us out, so it got filled a little bit later. But we're down just over 0.25%, which is $125, so $144 down isn't bad. Let me just work that out in percentage. 50, that's 500. We're down 0.28%, which is fine. We said that at the start. We risked what we wanted to risk. Longs just weren't it today. As we can see, NQ's now took out those 4-hour lows, so it is what it is. I'm not going to look to take another trade because I'm done for the day. Even if it does give us that long, the only way I'd long now is if we get a 5-minute or a 5-minute up candle, then a 5-minute down candle retrace, and then a long. That's the only way that I'd long. In hindsight, this imbalance was obviously strong. Did we come into 5-minute equilibrium? We probably absolutely did. Yes, then we got to close back out of that. So, but this is just chop work. Honestly, no trades would have been better to play today. Just watching. But yeah, I'm happy with today still. I don't really care. The funded challenge is looking a bit rough. We've got 4 losses now, but we're down just over 1% after 4 losses. Which, honestly, we're down. Hang on, 50,000 minus 49,421, $579. We're down 1.1% after 4 losses. I think that's pretty good risk management, which is a skill you need to have in this job, is the risk management. So it wasn't meant to be. On this trade, I had a very extended take profit up to here because I was risking $30. That would have made $150. So it doesn't really matter, that second trade. To be honest, it was pretty foolish just to take another one, but it was looking good. If I was going to wait for this 5-minute down candle, so that 5-minute down candle closed at 9:50, and then, which is this candle open. So I probably would have entered, not off that candle, I probably would have entered off of this one, because it closed back above this imbalance and this imbalance. So if I was waiting for that 5-minute candle retrace, I would have entered there. I would have had my stop in the same place. And it would have been stopped out anyway, and I would have had my take profits at the same places, like 1.29 and 1.58, and it would have been stopped out. So overall, longs weren't the play today, but there was no sweep of highs to go lower, other than these highs getting swept out ages and ages before pre-market, like here. So I don't really consider that as a setup, but it is what it is. We took the loss. We had good risk. ES today, I also want to say, I was not checking ES as much because it did look like dog shit, but it still wasn't giving us the same things NQ was. So that is something to keep in mind. Again, keep checking both indices because we longed off of this imbalance and this imbalance, 940 and 941. We were at the time respecting that one, but we did close beneath it at 946, which is right before we entered. So it was, we entered off that candle. Oh no, that candle on NQ. So it is what it is. There's no imbalance here either. The order block is here. Yeah, that candle closed out the order block. So it is what it is. Longs weren't the play today, clearly for this time, but it is what it is. And also the secondary entry here off that order block, like there's the order block there. We didn't even get above it, so just keep checking both indices, make sure they're saying the same thing as each other because that is completely on me. But I'm not looking to re-enter a trade, to be honest. We have just had that 5-minute up candle, so maybe we go long now. Maybe it does go up. But I'm not open to taking it. Both indices are now breaking structure. But honestly, it is what it is. We were just a bit too impatient, a bit too rushed. We did get that hourly sweep. We did get that 5-minute down candle close, but it's just... It is what it is. Again, losing streaks happen. There's 4 losses now. Three red days. But again, as I said, we've had good risk management. We've only been 1% down. So honestly, not the best start to the challenge, not the best week, but it's a hell of a lot better than last week because if you remember last week, I don't know if you want to go back and watch them, but last week was an emotional roller coaster. It was purely emotional based trading, and that is not what you want to be doing. So I am happy with what I'm doing this week. It's just not working out at the minute. Yesterday's loss was a bit tough because our stop was a bit too tight. The loss on Monday was a bit annoying because I longed after ES took the highs anyway. And then I took a fire short on ES on demo trading. So it has been a tough week. Today's really been, I've made a bit of a error. I just wasn't checking ES and I just rushed it. But honestly, tomorrow we're going to risk again 0.5% and then just claw our way back out of drawdown, to be honest. Risking 1% here would just be a foolish move because I want to just preserve the capital, keep the account going for as long as I can until we can start getting green again, which is the main goal. Having a few green days because winners eat the losers with good risk management. And we lost 0.5%. We lost under 0.5%. So if we risk 0.25%, and we have a 2-hour trade, we make back one of these. So I'm going to keep risking 0.25%, 0.5% until we start getting winners again. But honestly, it's a tough situation to be in. The account balance is 49,421.34. We have until 48k, just for reference. I've been yapping. I apologise, but it is what it is now. So yeah, if this candle closes down, then longs would probably be viable. But there's not really confluences, to be honest. Like as I said pre-market, we're just going to be ranging until 2 p.m. when we have that rate cut decision. So it will be interesting to see what happens then. But that is it from me today. It is a tough one. It is a loss. It is 4 losses now on the account. But there's nothing we can do. We've had good risk management throughout, which I'm super happy with, because 4 losses and losing 1% is, again, that's some solid work. I don't want to toot my own horn, but I'm pretty proud of myself for just being in the right headspace this week. Last week was tough. So that's that from me. I'll see you in the next one. Peace out.